I silently changed my son's name after my brother and my sister-in-law gave my nephew the name too. So my wife got pregnant last year, and we were beyond excited. Like the kind of excited where you're picking out names at like 2 a.m. scrolling through baby name websites eating cereal. We settled on a name pretty early on, around month 3 of the pregnancy. It felt perfect for us, and we decided to keep it between just the two of us because you know how people get with baby names. Everyone suddenly becomes a critic. My brother got married to Jess about 2 years ago, and she got pregnant around the same time as my wife, maybe a month or two ahead. Jess has always been kind of nosy, but in that way where she acts like it's cute. Like she'll go through your medicine cabinet when she uses your bathroom or flip through mail on your counter. My brother would just laugh it off and say that's just how she is. One day Jess came over when my wife was about 5 months along. We were showing her the nursery setup, and somehow, and I still don't know exactly how, she found out the name we picked. My wife thinks she saw it written in a notebook we had sitting on the dresser where we were planning stuff. Jess got all excited and was like, "Oh my god, I love that name so much. You guys are so lucky to have found the perfect one." We didn't think much of it, honestly. Just thought she was being supportive. Then Jess had her baby. My nephew was born about 3 weeks early, and my brother called us from the hospital all excited. Then an hour later, Jess posted on social media with the birth announcement. I looked at my phone and literally felt my stomach drop. The name, our exact name, first and middle, and obviously the same last name since my brother and I are brothers. I called my brother immediately and he picked up sounding all tired. I was like, "Dude, what the hell is going on with the name?" He got quiet for a second, then said, "Listen, man, Jess had a really rough delivery and she's exhausted and emotional right now, so can we just not make this a thing? She really wanted this name, and she thought it would be special because you and I have names that sound similar. We're both named after our grandpas, so she wanted the boys to match too, like their own little connection." I told him that made 0 sense. He just said, "Please don't start drama right now." My wife was furious, like pacing around the kitchen furious, but we talked about it and realized if we made a huge deal out of it right then, Jess might just change the name on the birth certificate before it got finalized. So we came up with a plan. We'd act like we were still using our original name until my nephew's name was locked in legally. In our state, you have 6 months to make changes easily, but after that, it's a whole process with courts and fees. So for the next 4 months, we kept our mouths shut. When people asked what we were naming our son, we'd say the original name. We had a baby shower where people bought stuff with that name on it. We smiled through it even though it felt gross. Our son was born 4 months ago, and we filled out the birth certificate paperwork with a completely different name. A name we actually loved even more. We didn't announce it on social media. We just told close family in person and asked them to keep it quiet for now. Then last week, we finally posted his real name online. My parents called and said they totally understood why we did it. My sisters thought it was smart, honestly. My wife's family was confused at first, but then got it once we explained. My brother, though, he called me pissed. Said Jess was crying because we, quote, ruined her vision of the boys growing up connected with the same name. He said it was manipulative and sneaky, and that we should have just talked to them. I told him his wife literally stole our name after snooping, and he just shrugged like it wasn't a big deal. He kept saying lots of people have the same name and it's fine. I asked him if he thought about how confusing it would be when both boys are in the same school district with the exact same first, middle, and last name, or when they're both going to the same family doctor, or getting bank accounts, or literally anything official. He said that's not a real problem and we're just being dramatic and trying to own a name that nobody owns. Jess texted my